Let's see. Oh, there we go. Garbage B. Hey Philly, thank you. Garbage ship stream time. Maybe we can play all of them today, unless we die with one of them, then probably not. Well, it's not the C variant. I mean, the C variant is the best one. Let's begin. Okay, exit is pretty far away. Give scrap into the... I saw that. I thought my average was a bit lower. It's actually on the 1800. I thought it was around 1750, but I guess it's 1800. Good to know though. Let's still say being a top spot. I mean, you have scanners. It's not that surprising. Zoltan is bottom 3. That all 3 of them are at the bottom, it's surprising, but I guess there is a degree of randomness as well for that. Possible double reward, so let's hope on this. Nice. If I had a shield buffer, it would have been a perfectly safe fight. Keep weapons in check and delay the artillery. We want to use the artillery as a finisher in case they start running away. Or in case I miss a shot in weapons. I mean, now I should be fine, therefore. Good enough. ATM plus stored. Why was the store the second reward? Come on. I mean, it could have been nothing, but I mean, the store is essentially nothing. Honestly, I kind of would have preferred nothing. Try 3? For what? For the scrap? That's pretty fucking good. I don't know if I'm going in the Nebula though. I think it'll follow us one bot. Let's be Crystal A. For the scrap gained. I mean, it's random. You shouldn't really look into that. Like, it's just random. Like, the order could be... Like, if another guy takes into account 1,000 rounds, the order will be probably completely different. Like, I would expect the stealth ships to be on top. Especially Stealth A and Stealth C. Stealth B, you might have to skip some fights, so maybe it's not as good as those two. But I will expect Stealth C and Stealth A to be on top on average. Also, technically, certain ships should be a bit higher on scrap gained, especially boarding ships. Because well, let's say that I skipped some fights with certain boarding ships because it was boring. This is a pretty shitty fight. If you get a bad timing with asteroids and the heavy laser, it's very bad. Of course they have a buffer point in shields. And they have an NG repairing in weapons. Why I'm not fucking surprised. I mean, they should be dying with the artillery. Okay, good. This fight was scary. I'll risk this. It's too greedy to delay shields. Another bad fight with NG repairing, come on. Now they will have two of them fucking repairing weapons. Fantastic. I mean, they're so fast that will repair both of them at the same time. Can't risk. Even if I have only fucking 5 missiles. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Zoltan is that low though. On scrap gained. This is quite annoying. I had to hit multiple rooms. Nice breach. Nice fire. Hey, click. Torchless later today. I don't know. Like, should I go for... I'm still not sure if I should keep exploring the DLCs or not. It's either start a new Torchless file or explore the DLCs. Which means, well, kind of farming. Hey, Cesne. I'll rename after, well, not this. Fuck you. I'm using so many missiles this run because every fight is dangerous. 3 missiles left. That's not good at all. But like every fight was dangerous. It was flux heavies, missiles. And I'm missing the shots as well. So this is not looking good. I think it's boring after you're finished the main quest. Yeah, so I mean, you never play the DLCs at all. It's so weird. Because apparently it's stupid to activate the DLC stuff before finishing the run. And after you finish the run, it feels pointless anyway to do them. I can't afford anything besides Calendar. You play the DLC at the same time. Yeah, but the DLC make the games harder, so why should you play the DLCs? Like, it feels pointless. The Crimson Courtier is great. I mean, but it makes the game harder, so why should you play it? Like, even if you activate the DLCs, you shouldn't go there until you finish the main quest, because you're just making the game harder. So it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's like saying in FTL, you go to the abandoned sector even in the late game because they're cool, but you're making the game harder for no reason. So why should you go there? You have to go there to cure the curse. I mean, you don't get the curse if you don't go there. That's what I'm saying. There is literally no point. You're making the game harder by playing no pause? Yes. But that's like... You can activate the DLC and just not go there. So you're technically playing the DLCs, but just avoiding the difficult part. So I could play, like... I don't know how to explain this. I think it's pretty obvious, but apparently it's not. Like, the DLCs are still active. You're just making the game easier for yourself not going there. Like, I don't understand. You should get the curse from random encounters. If you don't go into the courtyard ever, you're not getting any... Like, you don't get the mobs from the courtyard if you don't go there at least once. So you could activate the DLC, but if you don't go there at least once, you're not getting anything. Like, essentially you can activate the DLC and never touch that area. And so it doesn't matter. $64 is horrible. Are you sure? Yes. So there is literally no point. Like, you could do it because you want to, but technically there is no point in doing it. The card has very strong trinket rewards. Yeah, but overall, the game is worse. It's like saying going abandoned sector 7 is fine because you get more scrap. Do you really need that scrap increasing the odds of dying? No. So do you really want to go to the courtyard to get better trinkets, but also increasing your chance to just die? I don't think so. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And again, I'm not entirely sure about all this, but as far as I know, that's the case. Fuck, they have a system repair drone, otherwise it would have been a very easy bio kill. I would rather play Courtier than Torchless. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like one is a specific challenge, and the other is just... It's not even really a challenge, you're just... I don't know, like, what's the challenge of playing the Courtyard? Because, like, the Courtyard... Like, I don't know. You could... I don't know, it feels weird. Because it's not a specific challenge, you're just making the game harder, just by activating the area. Like, because you could activate it, but just not go there, or go there only at the very end. I don't know. What is torchless? Essentially, in the game, you explore the dungeon and you keep the torch active to avoid. Essentially, you have mostly. If you play torchless, you have negative effects during the run. And you can avoid those negative effects by using torches. So torchless is to make the game harder. You get more loot and stuff like that, but overall the game becomes harder. It's just a different mode. The store was the reward, right? So technically there are more. Alright. Another option or self-imposed? I mean, it's both. Like, because technically you can take advantage of the removing the torch even during normal runs, but the torchless is supposed to be played like entirely without using torches. But playing the courtyard normally across a normal run, it's a bit weirder because it's like there is no real indication on how you are supposed to play it, since you're technically not forced to go there, so why should you? I need this. Okay, good. Racing car. It's another area that you can unlock with a DLC. But it has a lot of blood related stuff. Because like I don't even know, am I supposed to approach the DLC if I activate it immediately? Like, we could try torchless and go there. It seems like a very shitty idea because, yeah, I don't know. I will make the game even harder for technically no reason. But if you guys want, I could go for that. So I'll die more often. This is very unlikely, but I'll try it anyway. I'm keeping the artillery in check in case they start running away. If you really torches it for a try, why not max it? I mean, you don't start playing FTL on Arden or pause immediately. That's why you shouldn't max it. Like, there are so many normal bosses that I did only once in the lower difficulties, and I never even tried them in the higher difficulties. So, like, there are so many bosses that I did only once that I don't even remember their abilities. So I will have to go there torchless, making the dungeon even harder, activating the courtyard stuff. And then I will probably die because I still don't know their abilities. Regardless of all that stuff that I make using to make the game harder. Like, I don't mind, but like, it will be horrible. Our win rate's really high without any modifiers. I mean, the game is not about win rates, considering that an entire run, like assuming you just aim to finish the boss called last, well, actual weeks. It's not about runs. So the entire run, it's quite long, but you're limited by certain weeks at your disposal, which is, let's say on average, a week in game, it's about, let's say on average 1 hour of playtime, probably less, most likely less, actually definitely less. Let's say a week in game, it's on average like 20-30 minutes of playtime. Yeah, we couldn't get this, unfortunately. It's a mix of roguelike and progression with each iteration. Yeah, it's not really a roguelike. Like, not at all. It has some roguelike elements, but it's not a roguelike at all. Like, there is too much meta progression to be considered a roguelike for me. Like, it's mostly meta progression. Also, especially after you finish the final boss, or if you play on normal difficulties, you can't really lose the game. Like, you can play that game for literally years, and you're not losing anything. You can lose characters, you can lose trinkets, but I mean, you can get them back. Like, there is nothing that you're really losing. I never played Hades, so I have no idea. I could have upgraded for piloting. Forgot. Keeping the flak down until I do remove the drone. Okay. With the borders, nice. Go here. They're low enough, just kill them. We get the training. As irrelevant as it should be. That's something. My training evasion is pretty good actually, without doing anything. Not bad. Feels bad that I missed the piloting event though. I could have gambled the crew member, but that's stupid. Double Angie, so not even trying to biokill this. No fires. So we mostly want just a king, but we can't afford it yet. No, we roll the store obviously. Burst one. I think I'm buying that. It's either that or battery. I'll go for the burst one. So even if we don't get hacking for a while, I don't know if I have 4 normal beacons, but I definitely do with the Nebula one, so let's go here. You know what? Sure. We just want scrap now. I'm keeping those. Come on. My scrap is very low. Like, we got that flak, but that's about it. Obviously early store. Obviously I sold the missile and we get the rock sector. So we can lose crew members randomly. Fantastic. I mean, I wanted this burst laser one. I don't regret my decision, it just sucks. This is potentially biokillable. Very annoying. They were risky and yeah, well, fuck it, we got it anyway. I've cleaned up the mine a long time. I mean, we also haven't got the mine event in a while without protection, so usually I have some form of protection by the time I get here. Not this time though. Let's see. Really shitty fight. I mean, the heavy iron is... He goes there. Can't move my Angie. This is technically biokillable, by the way. Don't fire this, please. Perfect. Crystal lockdown bomb. It's a very rare weapon. What does it do? It's a lockdown bomb. The one that you have with Mantis C. As if not reward before. Because you can find it only in rock and the crystal sectors. We didn't get the fight, but that's good enough. Annoying. Fuck me. Way more damage than I wanted. Of course. That event is so fucking dumb. Like, it's so annoying because, like, I needed the 10 scrap to buy the Burst Laser 1. I'm forced into a rock sector. I actually find the event and I find the 25%. Like, the chances of all those things happening are so fucking low, but obviously they have to fucking happen. It's so annoying. Like, because normally you will have the fucking missile. But again, I needed like 6 scrap to buy the weapon. Then it was a force to rock. I don't know. And we are getting no fucking scrap in this entire garbage sector. Look at this. I had so many empty beacons this entire run. Like I even have like I got so few fights that I have no fuel. Like it has nothing to do with the ship. It's just we are not getting scrap. We are not getting fights. I don't want free stuff. I just want fights. Because like my ship was good for fights. Now next sector it will be behind. Like it's so annoying when you manage to get a weapon early so you can take fights. Even hard fights will be fine for us because we have the weapons. But then you get nothing and then you're behind for the next sector because your ship is not as good anymore. It's so fucking annoying. The amount of empty beacons that you can find. Now I might have to go to the store just for fuel, which is stupid as fuck, because it's even less scrap. I really want fuel here. Like, if I get a lot of fuel, I'm skipping the store. Otherwise, I have to go there. I don't even have the weapon training anymore because obviously the mine took that guy. I mean, to be fair, it was better to lose the human than the other three, but still. Losing crew in a Fed B, it's just annoying. Still need the store. It shouldn't be a dive. It's close though. No, buying that burst laser obviously was horrible. Like, if I didn't buy that burst laser, we wouldn't have lost the crew member as well because I would have the missile. Like, fuck you. I think I have to sell this now. I need a scrap. Like, keeping it is greedy. Like, it's weapon 7 to play it. Like, it's just too greedy. I have to sell it. I need to get weapons 5 as soon as possible. I can go for other upgrades right now. I'm even skipping some repairs. A battery will be nice, but I fucking can't. On the scrap. Or Themis. Okay, at least that went down, sure. Can go for shields then in the meantime. I could have attempted a bio kill as soon as I got that missile down, but I don't know. I need 85. Low on fuel, low on drone parts. Going civilian. I really want to upgrade piloting, but I can't. It could be horrible. He fired anyway, come on. Hey there. I have to focus piloting so they don't fire their stupid arcing. Two off. Come on. I should use the Zoltan. Refuel left. This should be mostly fine. Okay, it's going there, nice. It's fucking fine. I think. I don't know if it's actually fine. Yeah, it's not fine at all. I have to do this. Oh my god, really? Level 3? I can't fucking believe this. But this guy dies. You want to preserve the rampart? Nope. We start running away with piloting level 3. Fuck you. I want one power bar. I should have availed my pilot. I kinda want piloting up as well, but I can't just yet. Heal this guy before I forget. Even save that. Running away. Jesus. I'll start with that. Okay. One off for piloting, obviously, so it's time to get a piloting. Okay, there's this first. Don't be garbage, please. I have to send everyone there. Plant is repairing. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the best weapon setup in the game. The only thing that was going well so far that was weapons. I mean, Sector 1 was actually very good. Then Sector 2 and 3 were garbage. I believe. There we go. We got it back. We also, like, we missed a piloting event. It was in Sector 1 or Sector 2, I don't remember, because I forgot to upgrade piloting, so we had to skip it. We could have gotten something there as well, if I just remember to upgrade. So many things would have been so much better if I didn't buy the burst laser in that Sector 2 store. I mean, I still think it was the right choice. It's just that I had to sell the missile for it, so I lost my human because of that, and I took 6 damage. And then I got the free flak, and then another free burst laser. Yeah. Just a minor decision and the run would have been way better. But I mean, it's still kind of fine. We just had to stabilize fuel, drone parts, and get more crew. There is no way the thing is firing. Oh god, this is tempting. Like, the fuel, it's already 12 scrap out of fuel, so it will be 28 plus the drone part. However, this is a civilian sector. We can still get the stores outside of this nebula. I mean, it's very rare to get a 30 scrap though. And I have to buy fuel and drone parts. So like, this is effectively more than 30 scrap. Like, this is effectively, like, it is 36 scrap. I'm not getting more than that. In the spot, it's actually a good offer. Like, obviously I can get more, but it's not guaranteed. And there is still the issue of the possibility of running out of fuel before a store, even if it's technically very, very unlikely. I'm taking it. Of course he's here. Fuck you. I mean, it's still fine. It's just... I wish my pilot could fucking look at his sensors to look around and see what's there before deciding things, but apparently he can't. Jesus Christ. Pretty sure I can duck in time. Oh, never mind. Fuck. Whatever. Playing the burst laser here because it's just better than the flak against auto ships. I mean, battery scanner, fuel repair, what else? Bypass. No thanks. Other checked for other stores, but nothing. Okay. 2 more repairs and this. That's it for now. Keeping the burst one, obviously. I might sell it for something else later. Like heavy laser will be insane. But it's fine for now. I mean, they're expensive. I wouldn't buy them anyway. At least not now. We have weapons. Even if... Well... Unlikely that we're getting the missile down anyway. But it's possible. What the fuck was that? 8 shots, 0 damage. Fantastic. My crew is so weak. I should probably consider door upgrade, honestly. I want to check next sector first. Because depending on the sector, I might have to upgrade shields as soon as possible. Not a great fight, but I need a scrap. Okay, good. Fix this. There was technically the possibility of a biokill, but it's not that likely, and it's very long against a potentially very dangerous ship, so I don't think I want to go for it. Intruder in weapons. Shields. One damage to avoid using a drone part. I think it's worth it. I think I'm fixing the artillery. Unlikely, but I might need it. It also delays borders. Yeah, rebel sector. 1 shields. Can't go for doors. That's why I didn't want to upgrade. Like, in case it was the rebel or Zoltan's, I really want the shields. Need 1 fight though, before I can do it. And we're still beyond with power bars. Jesus Christ. I have to up weapons and believe. Good. Letter still available though. Nice. No stores nearby. With a store nearby, I think I will be a bit more greedy for the clocking. I could even sell the burst one for it. But since there is no store anyway, at least for now, I'm just going for shields and a power bar. Just in fucking time. Like, even with 3 shields, they did that. Fuck you. Oh my god, why are you such a fucking bitch? Like, it's rare to find 1 store in the sector, and I find 2 immediately as soon as I upgrade. I mean, to be fair, Shield 3 helped a lot in this fight, considering I took damage anyway, but... Fuck you. This is the hindsight game, like, where everything will be so much different if you knew one thing ahead of time. It's usually not as impactful, but in this case, well... Battery. Like, if I buy battery, I have to skip fuel and repairs, which is not good, unless I sell the burst one. Battery will make clocking more likely later as well, which is a big deal. How much do I need that burst one? Not that much, especially considering I need weapon 7 and it takes a while to get it. I am actually selling this. Give me my battery. Give me my fuel and some repairs. And now we go in the Nebula. 14 power bars, not great. But that's what we have. How the fuck did he fire anyway? This is so stupid that this thing fires before my flux just because I rolled the mind control there. Fucking piece of shit. Annoying. Go here. We know that we have no stores anyway, so... Ooh, outpost, now we rolled a good beacon. Hey, Day, thank you. Oh my fucking god. Nice, even the fires. This crew. Yeah, we lost the human against the fucking rock mine event because we needed 6 scrap to buy a burst laser 1, so I sold the latter. We were forced into a rock sector and we got the mine and we failed at 25%. Fantastic. Running away. This weapon might be synced just because of their stupid clocking. Okay, it was not a level 3. Like, I don't regret any of my decisions this game, but I wish I did something else instead of many of them. I don't fucking have the power. Okay, we shall be fine. Jesus. Oh yeah, electric fence. Ah, the energies can stay here. That's pretty good. I'm getting doors up at this point though. She had more useful training, but we know that there is no store. It's just beacons are actually very good for me due to Rock Angie. Oh look. Sure, it's 74 scrap. That was quite convenient. Rock 1 beacon, easy blue option right after. Jesus Christ, this is bad. Play that. Come on before this guy repairs. Nice. I think the artillery would have killed them anyway, but I'm not sure. This entire sector was so fucking good for scrap though, and we still have many beacons. I don't know fucking, like, I'm scared about that flak, but shit. We have 5 drone parts left. And we're 15 hull, so I feel like I had to luck. One, two, three, four. Yes, we have everything. Yeah, I wish I had that second or third burst laser one now. I had to sell all of them, unfortunately. Ah, Jesus Christ, we have to do this. Level 3, are you fucking kidding me? It's fine. I can stand value, I guess. What do I hack here? Weapons or piloting? If I hack piloting, I make sure that the big missile is going down. Unless I get an Artemis in weapons, then that sucks. I think we're rocking weapons. Really? Okay. I'm pretty sure I don't have additional beacons anyway. Single weapon system on your ship. You mean the artillery? Okay, Jesus Christ. If you mean this thing, it's the artillery system and it's garbage. It's just a beam that pierces all shields, but you can't aim it and it takes 50 seconds to charge unless you upgrade it. But considering upgrading it is expensive, even fully upgraded it's very slow and it requires a lot of power. It's very bad. It's a system that you use in early game because, I mean, it's still something, but then you just keep it down and use your power for other things. Oh god. This is quite interesting. Is it though? Abandoned is more scrap, more stores, and more deaths. And it stores a lot. But going abandoned just for that seems a very bad idea. Especially since I've only 4 crew members. I don't have and I won't have at all mind control. And this ship has a garbage layout. So if I need to help my guys somewhere, it takes 10 years to move around. You can hack teleporter, considering I have double flak dual laser, but for sector 6, double flak dual laser against clocking ships with 3 possible 4 shields, yeah, it's not good enough. I have to go and chart. Okay. Clocking the rampart. Easy game. No crew or weapons though. I gain nothing. I mean, that's okay. I could sell this and I could get more repairs. I feel like I want to keep the Akinstan. It delays repairs, and I don't need the scrap right away. I could upgrade my Aki, my clocking to level 2, my hacking to level 3. Nah, like this. Like, just to delay repairs is just not worth it. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm keeping some scrap anyway. I keep some. Okay, I want to keep my scrap around the 65 so that I can afford a weapon in case we get a store. And over that, I'll use the scrap for hacking, clocking, and stuff. Oh, look, a Zoltan ship with dangerous weapons. It's fine though, we got clocking. I don't know if shields was better than piloting hack. Probably yes though. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Just 34. Forgot to upgrade clocking. This plus power bar. Then it's hacking. Don't force me into a store after 20 empty beacons, please. Where is that fucking thing going? Nope. Thank god it exploded because they still had power for it. Annoying, it's hard to stop them. Good enough though, at least they fucking surrender. Drones and those weapons, I mean I need the scrap. We have clocking, so it should be fine. They didn't roll a combat drone, good. Nice. Still not safe. I won't talk this. Maybe I should have clocked that one. I was keeping my clock in case they stuck too many iron shots. Maybe it was a bad idea though. Let's see if we have a store nearby. Nope. I mean, it was hard to find the store in the Nebula with this layout. I just want to go for a gigantic dive. Easy rock. That rock gave me so fucking much. So I think it was up here. I think I didn't check this area. The store was around here. We got clocking anyway though. Like, we want another weapon, but technically this is enough. Crew more than weapons, probably. Or they get bombed. Let's see. Zoltan, of course. They have stores here at least. Very good. Nice. Heavy laser will be the perfect weapon. Even drone parts are a problem. Drone's asteroids double flak burst laser. What the fuck? This fight without clocking will be bad. Very bad. There's still 6 drone parts. We will get at least one store. That was horrible. That was a fucking click. Never punished. I clocked instead of closing the door. It was true anyway. Sure. More rock value. If there is a store up there, I'm probably checking it anyway, unless this one is good enough. Okay, no store up there. We can buy crew. Do we buy all of them? Yes. What do you guys have? Piloting Zoltan, obviously. Weapon human, okay. We can move out of there. I mean, you're going shields. Rock is staying here. This human is going here. Fuck sensors. Get this. And keep some scrap for another weapon. There should be a second store down there somewhere. I shall dock. Act too early. Because we have a good timing. Like, normally it doesn't matter. But with this weapon setup, we actually have a good timing. We can fire 2 volleys and take advantage of a single lock. If we act at the right moment. We'll drop evasion for training. Okay, there's the other store. We can explore everything though. Oh, they got my burst lasers. Is that what happened? There they are. We found them again. Easy dodge. I mean, that guy will never get a shield training anyway. I think it needs to be rebalanced to make it harder. If not, stream speed and same is like less exciting. I mean, yeah, this game is a game that it's very, very, very hard when you start playing the game. Probably it's one of the hardest game I've ever played. When you don't know anything about, like, if you just buy this game and start playing it without knowing absolutely anything about the game, This game is insanely hard. But you can reach a point where you can easily get an insane win rate. Like, especially if you play with pause. I know many players that have around the 95% win rate plus. So, yeah. At first it's very, very difficult, but then it's technically very, very easy. At least on average. Or I mean, it's not necessarily easy, but yeah, you can still achieve an insane win rate. It doesn't really mean the game it's easy, but yeah. It's definitely more than what was intended as well. I think one of the main factor is the best weapons in the game are too common. Like, the best weapons in the game are Flak, Heavy Lasers, Burst Laser 2, and Albert. Besides the Burst Laser 2, the other 3 weapons are very, very common. I think you could balance this game, like, difficulty-wise, so that you will have a lower win rate just by making the good weapons difficult to actually obtain. Like, if Flux, Heavy Laser, and Albert have the same rarity as Burst Laser 2, I think the game will be significantly harder, just because you will be forced to play with bad weapons more often. Like, maybe it wouldn't be enough as a change, but I think it will be a decent start. Biggest issue with the game is that there are clear tiers for both weapons and systems. There is no reason to make anything unusual work, except as a special challenge. Yeah, you do that only when you're forced. And that's usually what kills runs. It's when you don't get the good stuff. Where the fuck was that shot? Give another volley though. Second highest rarity. Yeah, the Burst Laser 2 is quite rare. But Flak Alberts and Heavies are pretty common. It would have been nice to patch the Aki and being able to evade defense runs. I don't like that, and I don't like that because, like, you will play hacking anyway. So even if you change that, you're not doing anything. Like, you're just limiting your options, but you're not doing anything about the power level of hacking because you're getting hacking regardless. So I don't know. If that's a bit, hacking is more expensive, hacking bullets are more rare. Decreasing the win rate makes the game better. It's not about being better or worse. It's about being harder or easier. And honestly, I will prefer a game that, like, I think the best approach is to have, like, my favorite approach about difficulties, as far as I have seen from other video games, it's the something similar to the Ascension levels in Slay the Spire. Like, if you play with 0 Ascensions level, you can easily, okay, maybe not easily, but you can get a 100% win rate. If you start piling up Ascensions levels, the game will become very, very difficult, and even if you're a good player, even a 50% win rate could be pretty good. Like if there was something similar for FTL with progressive difficulties, I think it will be more interesting. So you can play, because like for example, if you want to go for a good streak, like even without taking into account no pause, like assuming you play with pause, you want to go for a long streak, you have to go for 100. And with playing with pause, especially if you want to play very carefully to be competitive with the other good pause players, runs are very, very slow. Like a pause run playing carefully could last 3-4 hours, sometimes less, sometimes more. So what does this mean? 3-4 hours, and you have to play more than 100 runs. Like that's a month for one streak. Yeah, if the game was harder somehow, it would be more interesting, because like even getting a 5-win streak will be pretty good. Instead, it's essentially nothing. So that's kind of the issue. Even like, for example, when I had to make save the VOD for my win streak, like it's literally 200 hours. No one is gonna watch it because it doesn't make any sense. But if the world record win streak was like 10 hours, then it's even more likely that someone will be interested in watching it. 200 hours, that's not happening. So yeah, I think it will be better for the game if it was harder, or at least if it had the possibility to be harder. Not necessarily forcing it onto you, but with multiple levels of difficulty. But yeah, that's my opinion about it. I mean, I like Slay the Spire, but overall I still prefer FTL. Just because, that's my fault. Like, especially playing without pause, it's a combination of decision making and having to do your actions in real time, so that's something, well, that not many games have. Even if this game was not really designed for it, you have the possibility to do it on no pause, and I like it a lot. Because essentially I'm not going for the perfect play, but I'm trying to do my best. Like, there are things that you can do with pause that you just cannot do with without. So I'm not trying to go for the perfect move. And that's kind of interesting for me, since like you already know that you are limited in what you can do, but you still try to do as much as possible. Let's go for the repair stations. We don't have scanners, so at least we know for sure that it's some form of scrap. Otherwise, they could be empty beacons. It can take 8 hours for a run. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a very different approach to the game. Like, with that approach, you are going for the perfect play every single move. While if you play Slay the Spire, technically normally, you're sort of giving yourself a limited amount of time to take the move, and then you go for it. Like, essentially, how most people play is you take about your turn for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, depending on the spot. and then you go for the best move you can think of in that amount of time. While the other approach is, no, you have to find the perfect move before doing it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. So it's just a different approach to the game. And technically you can do that in FTL as well if you play with pause. You can pause the game. Okay, what's the best thing I can do here? Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. Especially when you have to react, like for example this fight, it's fine. What I have to do is pretty obvious. But let's say something wrong happens, I get fires. What do? Do you vent? Do you send your guys there? I should have clocked that, by the way. Then there is also another factor, like some games are harder than others, mostly because they are more random. So the fact that a game could be better than another just because it's harder is not necessarily true as well. Because it's often just due to, well, it's way more random. FTL, once you know the game, it's pretty consistent. And like, in a way, it's a good thing. But yes, you can reach a point where the win rate becomes so high that... yeah. It's difficult to lose runs if you play perfectly. Random distribution, yeah, but again, will it be a better game? It will be harder for sure, not necessarily better. How was that too late? I'm making so many misplays. I mean, it's also because I'm talking, but I don't want to use it as a fucking excuse. Okay. And to make it feel harder, you could just lower scrub rewards by a few percentage points, I guess. I think that will be a very bad approach. Considering, because... I think that's a very bad approach if you just work on the how much scrap you gain, because again, if you find the good weapons, then you're fine, and then I don't like the approach of just working on the scrap. Like in normal vanilla, I don't think that will be a good change. It worked for, like, for example, multiverse, just because the scrap it's too much, so there it's an issue. In vanilla, I don't think the scrap gain that's the issue. It's just the fact that, because if you don't work on the, like for example this run, I got a store with a flak and then I got a free flak. That has nothing to do with the scrap. Actually the scrap this run was low, but it's still fine because we got the good free weapons. So it will still be more polarized in getting those good free weapons. So yeah, I think that will still be an issue if you just work on scrap. Like my best idea, it's work on the rarity of weapons, so that you're like, in games like this, I feel like the runs with the good weapons should be rare in comparison to the runs with the bad weapons. But in FTL it's the opposite. It's way more likely to have the runs with the good weapons. Variable is what is missing. I mean, if you only want that, there are plenty of mods that do just that. Give you more stuff, more weapons. It's not the original thing, but I mean... I can't fucking believe it that I can get missiles down with 2 dual laser. Like, I don't fucking understand how I'm missing so many shots. Just wiping piloting as well. Flak is probably too common. It's not just Flak, it's Flak Albert Heavy, which is 3 of the top 4 weapons. But also, this game has been like this for so long at this point that I feel like it shouldn't change. Like, I don't mind a different approach about certain things with some sort of FTL2, even if it's never happening. But this game has been like this for so long that I wish they will, like, it should stay as it is. But yeah, there are a few things that we'll prefer, they will be a bit different. I wasn't focused at all for phase 1 and phase 2. Let's focus for this phase, since it can be a problem. Let's go. Very early. You're fine. Okay. So, this run. Early mid-game was sketchy because of the scrap, too many empty beacons. We got lucky with that free flak. I mean, to be fair, we had the burst laser one, so we didn't even need to get lucky. Like, obviously the flak is better than a burst laser one, but even without it, we would have had a flak dual laser burst laser one, which is good. The artillery coming in at the end. It was even if it's supposed to fire, but the mind control Zoltan was there, so it was charging it and I kept it on. Late game scrap though was good. 1084.